Hi, my name is Austin, and this is Dungeons and Dracon Beams.
Okay, now what's this?
This is us doing like a little pre-warm-up talk that we like to do right before we get into the grid of it. You know, before I
like
crush
to
souls.
do.
Well, I like it.
I was just kidding. I'm feeling salty today. I'm sorry.
I like it that you're feeling
Jenna's
salty.
right. I fucking hate this. I don't want to talk to any of you.
Well, why don't you mute your mic about it?
I did. It was already muted.
Well,
That's what every time you guys like your mic is muted, I'm just talking shit.
you know, Alex.
Figure.
That's a baller move, actually.
If you start a fight with us now, it's gonna be real awkward next week.
Oh yeah.
Why? What's happening next week, Austin?
No, I'll fight in person. Let's go. I'll square up.
All right, never
You're a
mind.
real butt.
Back in. I want to see this
You mean it's
showdown.
gonna be awkward for you when you get your fucking ass beat, Austin?
Ooh.
Jenna?
Oh, yeah.
Jenna will throw down. Austin? He'll fucking die.
Yeah, well,
go.
she'll throw down and I'll be thrown down.
Yep.
Exactly. Fucking exactly.
Almost.
I mean, this isn't just talk. Austin did one time
yeah,
try to step to me.
it was quick and over in a hurry,
Yep.
and we won't tell who's the winner.
Won't we?
Yeah, we won't. We don't have to, so we won't.
Nate, to answer your question, Dragon Con.
Oh, is that next weekend?
Yeah,
It had completely slipped my mind.
Had it.
Yeah.
We haven't done a good enough job of mentioning it all the time then.
Yeah. Could you just really quickly explain what that is? Just
No.
it's where you convince a bunch of dragons to like go into real estate with you.
oh,
Yeah.
convince.
You got it.
Yeah.
I thought you said condense a bunch of
Cool.
dragons.
Yeah. It's when you take a bunch of dragons and you make them small,
Yeah, pseudo dragons.
which would be adorable, actually. So please
How
do
to
that.
square your dragon.
How to square? Wouldn't that make them bigger?
Not when you make them into a cube.
a small cube.
Oh,
That was
I
what
didn't-
Austin was doing.
Yeah.
I didn't want to smash them like in a garbage compactor. I
How to
just wanted
tesseract
them-
your dragon.
Ooh. Oh, new D&D monster just dropped. And it's in 4 dimensions.
What if you cube a bunch of
TM.
Gelatinous tesseract. TM.
TM it.
Yes, someone get Tim here.
Hey, what if you condense squared a bunch of dragons into little squares and put wheels on them, and then connected them together and drug them around?
And then rode them in middle school gym class.
What?
Yeah, and then did
Middle
that.
school
What?
gym class? Yeah,
Yeah.
you rode them
What?
around, and it would be how to train your dragons.
Canadian middle schools
Middle
are wild.
No,
Yeah.
you know the little like roller boards that you sit your butt on and like you run
Oh,
over
yeah.
your fingers because
Oh,
put
and you
them on the
pinch your
sides and
fingers? Yeah.
Yeah, you slide around gym
Like-
class.
Like a gym class. No. Furniture dolly? Is that what this is?
It is, but in
It's
gym
basically a
class,
furniture dolly with
colorful
handles.
ones.
I have no idea what you guys are fucking talking about.
It
Did you
would-
ever do parachute day?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same
Parachute
day you
day.
did parachute day.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
they
this
usually
is a
start with
different day.
parachute and then well, see, we only had one day. We had parachute day and then you scooch around on the little.
We played crab hockey on it. That's what we did.
Oh yeah,
What
Oh.
the
Did you-
fuck?
Yeah,
Yep,
we
it's
didn't
a
do that
hockey
in
stick.
Canada.
they play
different, real
regular hockey.
You play hockey with a crab. Because that's...
That
if you
would
can
be
dodge a
closer to-
crab, you can dodge a puck.
Oh,
I was thinking the crab was like the goalie.
No, they're just smacking a crab around.
Oh my god! Can you imagine him grabbing the puck with his little pincer and then flying back into the net?
Yeah.
oh
Dude,
man.
a crab would be a really good goalie. He's fucking got that sideways motion.
Yeah.
Oh, they so side. You could see
Big
him at the
claw.
beginning of the game doing the little like scratch on the ice to get the goal all scuffed up, so he has like super good crab traction.
He's just sitting there scrabbling.
Traction?
Craction.
How would they play hockey in Bikini Bottom?
With a
Not
crab
well.
as a goalie.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole joke, isn't it?
How do they? No, I was thinking, how do they freeze the ice underwater? Hey,
Oh,
that
the
was
same way that they have like balloons and shit underwater, and they have
bubbles. are
fire
below.
underwater.
That's possible.
And barbed wire cues and 10-gallon hats.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever randomly walk around saying weird shit from TV shows for no reason? Because I will often like put my hands on my hips and go, "Get a dog, little Augie, get a dog," like Patrick, all the time.
God, I love that so much.
I was just singing a Mim Bam. Does that count? Or is it not? Because it's not a TV show, it doesn't count.
It counts.
Counts.
Okay.
A lot of
Then-
times
then
I'll do
yes.
the "It's an Alaskan bowworm."
Worm. Or the hash.
I do say tightly grasp it a lot.
Sure.
Grasp.
I did almost make another
Ashley
SpongeBob
and
joke
Fletcher,
to.
sorry.
It's good. I did almost make another joke to Austin about SpongeBob the other day, but I knew he wouldn't get it because I was gonna say somebody ate something. I was like, with no milk, but then I'm like, he won't get that reference.
I love milk.
What? Did you not watch SpongeBob?
Not really.
You missed out on so much.
I know that there was the ugly, and that's pretty much it. The ugly episode.
I watch SpongeBob now. Like, I don't know why you're talking about it in past tense. It's available on Paramount Plus. Not sponsored, but we're open to suggestion.
Yeah. Suggest who you want us
We're
to
not
sponsor.
closed off to that sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at all.
Paramount Plus, we know you're watching. Just
Yeah.
go ahead and email us.
Yeah.
If you want to put
And
us
we'll-
on the service, we'll
Yeah,
talk about
that's
it.
fine.
We'll talk.
We'll talk about your cute little like mom and pop service that
Yeah,
you've got.
With the
And
Ninja Turtles. We haven't got our stream goal met yet.
whoa, that's rude.
Yeah.
What?
It is.
How dare.
they?
Do you all remember what they have to do?
No.
Yeah,
No,
I do.
Austin, tell them what it is.
Alex,
They don't remember.
I know
but
you
I do.
remember it, and I'm tired of you having to remember it and tell it. So, okay, Nate, I'll tell it.
Thank you.
They have to take a pic with some D&DB merch.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Which is easy. You have all of the merch already.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Just get out your phone. You're always on your phone.
You are.
Just flip
Even-
that camera around.
Even you, Chuck, at work right now.
Come on, Charles.
Yeah.
Knock it off.
Don't use his
Charles
his government name.
Entertainment.
Charles Entertainment. Chi
Sorry.
Jones.
You're killing me.
I don't think that episode is dropped yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
No,
so
it's-
fucking funny.
I'm so glad I didn't know what the fuck that meant. I was like, what is that?
Listen, it doesn't mean anything. Alex is
Yet.
just stupid.
Oh, okay. I'm on board. You lost me, now I'm back.
Paramount Plus
Yeah.
is in the chat.
Oh shit.
They want to give us all the money. So
All right, well that's
sweet.
very
Oh
kind of them.
shit.
I'll take
We'll
a picture with
negotiate.
our merch, Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get it together.
I guess since they're giving us all the money, we don't have
Is-
to have any more goals.
What?
Yeah, all right.
We can
Okay.
just meet them
Is
instantly.
Charles Entertainment the CEO
Listen.
of Paramount Plus?
Hey, I wish.
Charles
He's,
Entertainment Paramount. No, that
He's definitely the CEO of cheese and probably pizza and maybe
fun.
cheap games.
Mhm.
Well, I mean cheap, as in made.
Cheaply. Oh, like you.
Cheap as in baby chickens.
Chaos reigns today.
Yep. I like it because you guys are gonna need it.
Oh no.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
All right, Nathan. You know what that means.
I'm sorry, you talking to me?
Yeah, you are gonna need it.
Need what?
It.
Oh, well, I've got it, so it's fine.
You got it. All right, Nate. You do the
Yeah.
recap.
Oh, that? Oh, I don't have that.
Oh, okay,
I have something else.
Alex. I guess you'll have to do it again. We'll put it back on you.
Previously on Dungeons and Dracon Beams. Dylan and her dad arrive at the hospital to get her talon injury addressed. As they turn into the large parking lot and start winding their way through the parking lanes, they both get an eyeful of the construction taking place to rebuild the outer walls and hallways of the hospital. Seeing Dylan staring at the wreckage, her dad tells her that his friend who worked there said that one of the janitors was messing with some chemicals and things he shouldn't have been touching, and things went poorly. The explosion took out this wing of the hospital and killed a few people. Seeing something else on her face that he reads as concerned, he assures her that the other end of the hospital is still operational. He smoothly navigates the Mustang into a parking space out front, and they head in. After signing in and waiting around for a bit, Dylan's dad's texting is interrupted by Dylan asking for some cash for the vending machine. He hands over a $10 bill, and Dylan walks off towards the bathrooms and vending machines. It is also where the long hallway leading to the other side of the hospital is, and Dylan passes the bathrooms and snacks into the dark hall. She doesn't have to walk for too long before finding evidence of construction, a plastic sheet hanging down, blocking further access. But as she tries to pull it aside to keep going, the metal pipe holding it up slips and falls, clanging to the ground and bringing the sheet with it. The noise attracts the attention of a security guard, who escorts her back towards the open section of the hospital. As they get back there, Dylan returns to her original mission to get snacks and finds honey buns. Pushing the $10 bill into the machine, she clicks the button as many times as it will let her, and then to her delight, when the $10 worth of honey buns had run out, the spring slips and a few more fall out. Heading back into the waiting room with her prize, her dad shares in her delight about the honey buns. And what's more, he also found someone to cover for him at work, Michelle. Dylan may play it off, but this was not good news, and she has no way of warning the rest of the team that her dad just put his new girlfriend directly in the sights of the Yeerks. Her answer comes in the form of a disheveled teenage boy, Kamren. She makes him aware of the new development, and he leaves, heading off towards the rest of the humanimals. And the rest of the humanimals, of course, were not idle while Dylan was headed towards the hospital. Zac and Aximili had been hard at work on the computers. Aximili was still wiring the Z-Space transponder while Zac attempted to access Dylan's dad's files and copy over the data to make it look like his findings were only human ineptitude and not finding the location of a massive Yeerk ship. As they worked away, Savannah descended to the floor below, slowly morphing to elephant. She made it into the room with the tower that has the switch to power up the telescope, but as she approached the box, her fingers twined together into a soft amalgamation of an elephant's foot. She attempts to reverse the morph some, and finds herself stuck. Even worse, she can now hear echoes coming up the stairwell. People are on the way. Warning Zac and Aximili about the incoming people, their work efforts are redoubled. And Zac is good with technology, great even, but he does not have the advanced technological background that Aximili does, simply by being a race that is so much further advanced. Zac can't hack in, so with the cranky Aximili's dismissal, he heads down towards Savannah, morphing to kombucha. Savannah has been using her partially elephant body now to convince the people coming up the stairs that this tower is haunted, and she cleared them out, for now. Zac makes it down there and, using his orangutan strength, opens up the box and powers up the telescope. Savannah tells him to stay there and make sure no one makes it up to Aximili until he finishes what he has to do, and then she continues on, locking doors behind her. She is finally able to jumpstart her morph again, and she is incredibly slowly turning into an elephant as she descends. In the control tower atop the observatory, Aximili's fingers fly across the keyboard as he finishes covering up Dylan's dad's data. That task complete, he makes the call. A confused Andalite receives a call from someone unfamiliar on an unauthorized channel. Their many-fingered hands fly over the workstation, ready to shut it down, but his hands are stayed when this Andalite claims to be Aximili, little brother to Elfangor Serenial Shamtul. He escalates it to his prince, and he watches as Prince Liam appears on the screen. Aximili makes his plea to the Andalites. The Yeerks are on Earth. They surprised the Andalites that were there, destroyed the dome ship, killed Elfangor. Aximili is the lone survivor of the crash, and the Yeerks, if they can take hold here, will have billions of hosts at their disposal. This could become their stronghold. And the only thing standing in their way are a few Earthlings who are given the power to morph. He ends this with, "Please send help." The Arths who answered the call watches his prince answer. He extracts the truth out of Aximili that Elfangor did no such thing as break the law of Zero's kindness. With shock, the rest of the call seems to barely register. The refusal to send anybody, the refusal that Earth will be a stronghold, the refusal to think that the Andalites could fall, and then right at the end, Maitea. Aximili knows where Maitea is, and they have the chance to apprehend her. Prince Liam agrees to send a team to recover her, and then the transmission is cut. Aximili gives the screen only a moment of downtime before making one more call. He reaches out to Sabito, Shorm, his nephew, Elfangor's son. The excitement the young Andalite has at seeing his uncle is quickly replaced by grief as he finds out about his father's death. Aximili tries to comfort him, but the screen flickers, and then the lights, and even with all the power in the observatory, human technology is just not enough to sustain the transmission. As the power dies, Aximili declares he will kill all the Yeerks. And that is where we are now.
Real quick, I'm going to turn off my fan. I'll be right back.
Can't turn me off, baby. I'm Austin's biggest fan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Constant
leave my fan on.
Constant on. Oscillating.
I don't-
All the above.
I don't have a fan.
I'm your fan too, Jenna.
No, no fans.
Can I be your fan, please?
What's
Can
the
you-
option? No
behave?
fans.
Do you have a rotor?
I feel like I should.
You could get one.
If I don't have one already, I could get one.
Then yeah.
Yes.
Kamren flies as hard as he can northeast towards the observatory. He glances down at the neighborhood below him. He used to come here often. His brother hung out here. He had a lot of friends in this neighborhood. He learned how to play football here. His mom taught him how to ride a bike here. He used to sit in the backyard and relax with his dad after his dad would get off work. And he'd tell him about how he used to rule the field. He got into his first fight here, win and loss. His first broken bone. His first party that wasn't a birthday party. His first kiss. The first place he felt safe. It was also the last place he rode a bike. The last place he saw his dad truly sober. The last place he saw his mom before she went to live with her sister. The last place he saw his brother and his sister alive. He thought it was the last place he'd ever miss. But he did. But as the gunshot rang out in the distance, he was reminded why it's the last place he'd ever feel safe again. He flaps harder to gain any extra speed he can. His eyes laser focused on the observatory. Alright, Savannah and Zac, we're going to get to you first, but actually, I have stuff to read and then I'm going to say something. The lights in the building flicker on and off a couple of times. Zac, you found this device for diagnosing the equipment and the power supplies and the systems here. You've been messing around with it in front of you in front of the power switch, sitting in front of the power switch on the 3rd floor of the observatory tower. Savannah, you're behind a door in a stairwell, looking and listening for anything in the room in front of you, which looks like it's a lobby that leads to offices on this floor. You see a woman through a window through one of the doors in this room, and she seems to be looking at her phone, and she looks up and around as the lights flicker. So real quick, before we go into gameplay, you both have been morphing, so I want to just check in. Which way are you guys going, and is there anything special you want to do while you're morphing? So, Zac, real quick, which way are you going in your morph?
Was I demorphing? I guess I'm going to human.
You were morphing, but that's what we're like clarifying now. If you want to,
okay. I had it in my head that I was still an orangutan.
You were morphing orangutan, but you weren't. You were halfway through it,
Okay.
able to thought speak. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to keep going orangutan, you
Okay.
can.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue going orangutan.
Anything special during the morph? While you're morphing, though, you are looking at the diagnostics thing that you have.
No. The room that I'm in, I've barricaded up, or is just the doors are shut?
The door is locked from your side that leads
Okay, that's
down,
it.
but the way up is not locked.
That's fine.
Savannah, which way are you going in your morph?
She was heading more towards Elephant. I think with hearing Aximili call out and
So
seeing the power.
you haven't heard that yet. We're
Haven't heard.
back
Okay.
a little bit.
So power flickering. I think she's still going to Elephant then if she hasn't heard him and it's just power flicking like kind of there. I think she's just keeping it going but so slowly right now. I think she's just going to keep rolling with that.
Okay, yeah, so still moving but slowly. So you can both thought speak right now. And with the information that you haven't heard Aximili yet. I want you all to tell me what you're going to be doing within like the next minute or so.
So as I'm morphing, I'm keeping my fingers, which are still fingers and thumbs, on the keyboard that I'm working with, and I'm still trying to figure things out.
Okay. What are you trying to do with this? So you have the diagnostic, this device in your hand. You have it figured out. You feel like you can apply this in a way that it's not normally applied to do kind of what you want to do, but you just have to figure out like where to put it in, how to do that.
If there's anything that I can use to control like electronic door locks for any of the lower floors, I'm going to do that. Like just try to lock them and lock anybody out that's trying to come up right now.
So you give me a perception check as you kind of look around, and you are past the point of exhaustion, so you don't have to use the exhaustion rolls right now. You have regular rolls.
Nice. That's a 20 then.
With a 20, as you look around, you see that the locks, at least the locks you've seen so far, aren't key card locks. They are, you can turn the this little switch or whatever on the back and they lock.
Okay, so there's no electronic locks.
Not in this immediate area.
Okay, next thing, fire suppression systems.
Okay, there are fire alarms. There's one right by the door that you're looking at. Like you could just.
Well, I'm in the
glass, pull it
system,
down.
right? I'm in the.
Well, as you're looking around, you have to find a place to plug this thing in.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought this was in. Well, then I'm looking for a place to plug it in. That's the first step.
I'll say that there is like a computer set up over in the corner here, but it's you have to like log in and see how much connectivity you have. You want to go ahead and do that?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me a technology roll.
Okay. Arcana. 18.
With an 18, you are able to get past like that first firewall and get into the system. So you have the window screen up. You know where to kind of go, and you can plug this thing in. Give me another technology roll as you like search for what you want to look for.
Yeah, and in this, I'm again looking for electronic locks, and then fire suppression systems. I'm looking for things to stop, slow, or at least deter them. Those are the things.
Gotcha.
$22. Okay, good rolls, getting them out of the way. It's gonna be nothing but failures from here on out, baby.
With a 22, I'll say, as far as electronic locks, the only electronic lock here is there are like load bay doors that are outside that they can electronically lock, and a like security door from the like the ground floor where the visitors area, where the like an office is, where the display area is. They have a security door that will, like at a mall when they bring down the doors at the shops, like the bars. They have one of those that is electronic that blocks off the actual observatory room where you go in, kind of look up at the ceiling and stuff.
Okay. Based on the sounds I've heard of people coming upstairs and stuff, it sounds like they're way past that.
Yes, common sense would tell you that. Fire suppression systems.
I do want to lock the loading bay doors.
Yeah, okay, we'll get to that in one
Okay.
second. But just you see, you can set off the sprinkler systems from here.
Are they floor by floor?
High or low?
High.
Do you want them to be floor by floor?
I do.
Okay, they are floor by floor.
Okay. We're on the 3rd floor. Is that right?
You are on the 3rd floor.
Van went down one.
Van did go down one. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I thought speaking. Hey Van. How you doing?
All right. As you do that, Savannah, the lights have just flickered, and you're watching this woman on her phone, and the lights flicker, and she looks around. What do you do?
When Savannah's seeing the lights flicker and the woman look around, she's hesitating outside of there because I think she was still hoping to find an opportunity to get through that next section of hallway without being detected because she had just done like that kind of thing to draw anybody out that might have been there. So she's hoping that like it's just this woman at this point. Without any further inputs, she is sticking to her plan of she is trying to get to that stairwell between the 2nd and the 1st floor to collapse that down and just cut off another access point to going up to that tower at this time.
All right. So do you want to open this door in front of you?
Not if she can see the woman there looking around. She's still hoping to get that opportunity to get past undetected.
High or low, Savannah?
I'm not as confident, so low.
You see as she like looks at her phone after these lights flicker, she does come to the door that leads out to the hallway that you're looking down, and she opens it and just kind of like looks up at the ceiling. But then she closes it, and you see her walk. She came from an office that is like to the south, and she heads up to an office that is towards the north in this little room. So she's heading up here so you know.
Hang on, I'm so zoomed in. I apologize. Can you just ping that again?
I got you. Since we're not, I'm just gonna move you around since we're not showing the video.
Hey, go for it.
So
Okay.
she heads up here and goes out of your sight.
Okay. If the hallway seems clear, I think Savannah's gonna dart through down to the next door.
All right, trying to be stealthy.
At this point, yeah, she's tried not being stealthy, and that didn't get a reaction. So instead, she's gonna try to be stealthy.
I'm gonna say also with you as you've morphed, you're into your morph some. Yeah. Even though you're trying to go slow, you're starting to feel the effects of the effects of morphing is tiring, but as you bulk up and you gain this mass, you get a little bit stronger and like your energy is revitalized a little bit, so you are no longer taking the effects of exhaustion right now.
I gotta admit, I thought you were gonna say that you grew bulk, but your muscles haven't kicked in yet, so you find it harder to move. So this was a pleasant turn of events for me.
Gotcha.
All right, so you want me to roll stealth?
Yeah, you use your trunk to open the door, and as you go.
As an elephant?
Yep.
Okay, is that Dex?
Yes.
Cool.
Dex.
Stealthophant.
Stealthophant. 11?
You open the door with your trunk, and your trunk is so nimble, it opens with no noise. You push it open, and you step in, and you get about to the middle of the hallway. And you hear a big creak as you step on a loose board. And as you gain just a little bit more bulk, it cracks a little bit underneath your weight. The floor is still holding, but this wood that is carpeted over has sunk down a little bit. What do you do?
keep moving. And at this point, I think she's going to try to stop morphing for, like, she's been going super slow. I think she's just going to hold it. Like, okay, we found, like, the point of failure of the floors.
And by
Good to
now,
know.
you do notice that you are even, like, I'm going to change your token size a little bit. Because you're a little bit bigger. No, not that big.
I'm uncomfortable with what you're doing to my token size right now.
You're taking up a little bit more room now.
Gotcha.
But you get to here, and as you reach your trunk down... Oh, actually, give me a concentration check to stop your morph.
Okie dokie. Oh, it says Savannah, though. I know how to do this. This isn't my first day. 21.
You immediately feel the bulk stop, and you make your way to this door when you hear, Savannah, how you doing? From Zac.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was just somebody like, yo,
Just
Savannah,
Savannah.
fancy meeting you at the
Motherfucker.
observatory.
Your dad's there. Oh, funny seeing you here.
What do you recognize me?
You've
My
changed.
horrid child.
You've changed so much.
Wow, you really grew since the last time I saw you. Like, at least 500 to 600 pounds
At least.
since last I saw you. And wow, your nose. So long. Your ears much larger than I remember. What a tail. I
Maybe-
don't remember you having a tail, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
He thinks about it, and he's like, well, maybe you're not mine.
That's the moment. I think maybe we should get a DNA test done.
Oh, man.
You got to hit him with the better to hear you with.
Oh my god. The weirdest version of that story imaginable.
Yeah. Just a giant elephant girl sleeping in grandma's
What
bed.
large tusks you have. It's the better to fight you with, my dear.
The better to go you with. So anyway,
Anyways,
hey Van, how you doing?
I'm almost to the stairwell between the second and the first floor.
Okay, so you're still going down.
Yep.
All right. Well, I just want you to know I'm in the building's systems. There's a couple of doors I can lock. I think one of them won't be really useful at all, unless you can corral everyone into the observatory, and then I can lock them in there. The loading bay doors, I think I'm going to go ahead and lock, because like if I was going to try to load a bunch of Hork-Bajir into a building, that's where I would do it. So I want to cut that off. The other thing, they've got fire suppression systems. They're probably just water, but like I'm kind of hoping since this is a scientific facility, they might have, the dust type or the foam type, and then that might give us some cover. And I can do it floor by floor, so if you want me to do that, let me know.
Yeah, if we do... Okay. First of all, I don't know if I can corral everybody into the observatory. I could give that a chance, but let's put that on the back burner for now.
Yeah, it seemed like a long shot.
Lock whatever you can, even if it seems useless. Maybe it won't be. The fire suppression system, do we think that will ruin all of the electronics in here and set them back?
Oh. Honestly, it's like a 50-50. If it were me, I'd have stuff like that kind of sealed off, but like I don't know. A lot of places like this probably I don't think would think of that. They're just buying shit in bulk and just kind of setting it up. So we give it a shot though, can't hurt. I just don't want to, rain on your parade.
Savannah will legit leave a pause after that joke. Like,
Because of the fire suppression, it's like water.
yeah.
Like rain on your wedding day.
Wedding day, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm going to continue with this plan. I'm going to collapse this stairwell, and then I think as soon as Aximili is done, we should set off all of the fire suppression to every floor and get out of here.
Say the word.
Let's see what Aximili is doing. And then
Yeah, and then
Patch him into the call.
when you do that, the lights flicker. When you say that, the lights flicker again, and then you hear him. like as you're going to thought speak to him, you hear him say he's gonna kill everybody, all the Yeerks that are here. Real quick, Zac, because this has been a little bit, give me a concentration check for your morph.
Oh,
just to see
okay.
if you're going a little bit slower or not.
Sure, that's still Constitution, right?
Yes.
That's the way we're doing it, because I think with my body. 21, baby.
21.
It's not a 20. It's not the nat, but I'll take the 21.
You can be finished with your morph at this point if you want, because this has been a little bit longer.
I'd love to be.
But yeah, you guys hear, "I'll kill every Yeerk in this place."
To punctuate that, I'm going to lock the doors.
Oh,
So I hear that and I go,
well, the door is already locked. That goes down.
No, on
the
the
loading bay
computer,
doors.
Yeah.
Oh, the loading bay doors. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, roll me a technology roll. Or computers, either, whichever.
Time to fuck me up a roll. Woo! Let's go. Oh, shit. I very unfucked it up. I did the opposite. What's the opposite of fucking it up?
Fucking it
Pull
right.
Fucking it down.
Fucking it
Pulling
down.
a Nate.
Pulling in.
Pulling a Nate.
You did it.
Anyway, so I locked the hell out of him.
Yeah, it like blinks a green.
Super locked.
Yeah, how locked are these doors, Austin?
It's
Describe
like
it to
they're
me in
locked,
detail.
and then they put a lock on the lock.
Yeah, double.
It's a series of tubes.
It's double knotted.
Yeah,
Double knotted
lock. They're like
Amazing.
this or something. They lock
Yeah,
together.
pretty good.
Ooh, it's one of those lock systems that they have to do an intense override within the computer. Like they're locked and you can't just unlock them now. They have to do all the shit.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get 2 Soviet Union guys with keys now to unlock it.
Standing on opposite ends of the building.
Yeah,
Right.
But they had to tear the keys from a guy's heart.
yeah. You have to have 2 exes that both cheated on each other. Or something.
Whoa!
I don't know.
What?
And they
what
have to agree to unlock
what
it.
teen drama is this? Degrassi that
They
you're
have to agree to unlock
talking
it.
about?
Is that why there was the one rapper in the wheelchair? Because they put the keys in each of his legs after they broke up, and that's where they.
Hang on. Do you mean Drake?
Yeah.
That's not enough of a deterrent. You just got to cut a guy's legs off. That's not enough. And it's one guy. It's not even 2 different people's legs.
Lucky Drake's foot on his keys.
Sir, I have the football. Sir, that is Drake's thigh.
Well,
What a
want it or
fucking
not.
weird game we're playing, y'all. Hey. Anyway, so I locked them doors, and they're locked real tight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then what happens?
I don't know. You guys tell me.
Oh.
Aximili, are you okay?
I am not. I am on my way down.
Hang on. We think that we have a way to cause some damage and get out of here.
I know I have a way to cause some damage. They have taken everything. Zac, by this time you hear coming down the steps in front of you, or near you, the hoof sounds on steps.
Yeah. I just kind of spin around. Am I like in a chair, like an office chair?
So
Just an
I'll
orangutan in an office chair.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
You said it was a computer, so got to be a chair there, right?
Yeah.
All right. I just kind of spin around, and I'm holding the little thing, which I guess is tethered.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, man.
Yes.
No, I'm talking to Max.
Oh, I thought you said Van.
I thought you said Van.
Oh, I said, hey, man. I'm sorry. Hey,
He
bro. Hey, bra.
comes through the door, like slams it open.
Hey. Stealth. We're doing like a quiet mission, man.
They have taken it all. I will see them. I will see them bleed. My nephew. And
Well,
he like
hold on, man.
tries to
let's
open the
think it
door. And it's
through.
locked.
I want to use, I don't know, persuasion maybe to try to calm him down some.
All right, go ahead.
And Is Savannah looped into this or no? She's
She-
excluded.
She is.
Okay, then I would like to help.
Okay. How do you help?
I think as Zach's saying, think it through, Savannah's going to also chime in with, okay, but we don't need to make any rash actions right now. We have a plan for 2 days from now to make a really large problem for the Yeerks. Let's focus on that. Let's calm down and not act on emotion.
All right. And that was with.
Oh wait. No, that's
Yes,
just,
it is. Savannah gave you the help action.
Oh, it's help. Okay,
Yeah.
fuck. I was looking for my own shit. So it's a nat 20 on persuasion, and I was gonna start with a like, just walk me through what happened, man. Like what's going on?
As you all say this, there's a pause and deep breath, and he his stalk eyes are like laser focused on the door, but his main eyes are kind of like frantically looking around, and just like with a grunt of thought speak, his tail blade just sinks into the wall. And he seems to like calm down for a second. I just spoke with my nephew.
That's great, man.
No. I had to tell him about his father. And it was cut off. I didn't even get to tell him I loved him.
We'll try to get you another call. Okay. It may not be here. It may not be today.
He just takes another deep breath.
I'm sorry you had to do that.
What is the new plan? If we are not killing these filth, what are we doing?
Have you done everything you needed to do with the computers for now?
Zac, you see him kind of think for a second, and he says, I've spoken with an Andalite war prince. There's nothing more I can do now. I guess I could go back and retrieve the Z-Space transponder.
That might be a good idea, because we could reuse it.
Let's do that. I'm going to collapse these stairs, and then, Zac, you're going to set off the fire suppression system.
Yeah, got it. You said, well, I guess I'll know.
Find a spot where you guys can get out. Remember, if you're going to bird, don't get covered in
the
whatever
middle
it
of
is
that
comes
sentence,
out.
Savannah, the lights flicker again and go out completely. But
Do I still have power?
The computer does not, but your
Does not have
diagnostic
power?
machine does. Yes, the computer doesn't
Okay.
have power.
But I won't have any access now. Or do
Yes.
I still have?
You don't.
Okay. Well, that plan's not going to work.
All right, well, let's get out of here.
I just put a big fist through the CPU. Just fucking smash it, and then rip the thing out and throw it across the room,
Easy
and then
enough.
start lumbering for
as
the
an
top
orangutan.
door, for the top steps.
Savannah, give me a perception check.
As an elephant? Dang it. What is that? Sorry.
Wisdom.
Thank you. Advantage because it's an elephant.
You turn around, and are you going back down the hall the way you came, or are you still going down further?
I've locked everything behind me, and I don't have the keys. Forward is the only way for Savannah.
True. So as you go to open this door in front of you, you hear a creak from behind you. You do hear it. It's just not one you want to hear, as a light from a phone illuminates the back of you as the woman from before steps outside of this lobby area. You are caught dead in this light. What do you do?
Through the door.
She does scream, but yes, you move through the door. And you see, like, the light behind you as she screams. The light just wildly moves around. But yeah, you move through the door. And
Do I hear that scream?
You do.
Okay. What was that?
Nothing much. Just someone saw an elephant in the hallway.
How did they see with the lights out?
Cell phone.
Were they recording?
I don't believe so. I think they were just using the flashlight.
You're gonna have to do a little property destruction. Like a little more than you had already planned. You need to break that cell phone, please. Hopefully it wasn't a live feed.
I don't think that's what they were doing, but she'll turn around and she's on the second floor, right?
So you have went through this door and there's more steps. Yes, you are on the second floor. Sorry. That's not what you were asking. Yes, you're on the second floor.
That's okay. She'll turn around and try to grab that cell phone with her trunk, and she's just gonna kick back on her morphing.
Okay, so as you like have opened this door and you turn back around, I'm gonna put you back up here. Oh shit. You see that after that scream, she had dropped the phone, and it is in front of her, and she like slid kind of down the wall, so she's kind of on the floor with her, just like panicked. And she is gonna reach for the phone as you're coming back into the room because it's not just right there in front of you where you can grab it. It's gonna take
I figured it was closer to her.
So you guys are we'll roll dex rolls.
Can I also, like, is there anything I can do to, like, distract? Like, if I'm coming in and I'm starting to go elephant, my face is kind of there. Can I just try to, like, trip her up again by, like, you know, being bulky, flapping those, like, being obnoxious?
Give me an intimidation check before you do this.
Okay.
And you can
I'm going to use strength.
Yep. And it's going to be a wisdom save against that, so it'll be... We'll do D20 plus 2. So she is going to still reach for the phone, but as she does, she's like, definitely is taking a lot out of her to be like brave enough to still grab it. So she's going to have disadvantage on her roll to grab it.
Okay. And Dex, you say?
Yes. It'll be this plus 1. Well, the lower of the rolls plus 1. You grab it with your trunk and as soon as like she reaches for it, you grab it and like she looks up at you and like scoots back towards the door where she's like back to back against this door that you had previously came through.
Does it look like she's fumbling with the handle, like trying to get in?
Yes.
Okay, then Savannah's just gonna pause for her to hopefully figure out the handle and get through that door.
It's locked as she goes behind and tries
to... for some reason I thought that was the one I hadn't locked behind me because I was just sneaking into the hall.
Oh, you did? So maybe you didn't walk. We didn't ask, so did you lock it or no?
I didn't think so. I mean, genuinely, I did not think so because Savannah was just trying to mad dash through the hallway. She wasn't like...
So
she was literally just trying to get through.
In her panic, it takes her a second, but she does. You see it, the handle drop down, and she pulls it open and crawls through.
Okay. And then Savannah will turn around, go through the other door, crushing her phone with the trunk.
Easy enough. You get back into this door in this stairwell since you're now a little bit bulky. Were you kicking the morph back on?
Yeah, kicking it back on.
Go ahead and give me a concentration check, but it is a little bit harder to get through this. Like, you're starting to take up the stairwell.
Cool.
4?
4?
The morph doesn't start.
Okay.
Zac.
Yeah.
You hear panic screams and what was that? Coming up the steps.
This door's locked.
Yep.
Um, is that the phone person?
Yeah, I got the phone and it's destroyed. She won't be able to get up there, though. I've locked every single door behind me, basically, except for this floor.
Yeah. Are you about ready to break them stairs? Because like, I think
You,
if I pull the fire alarm, it'll do fire suppression for the whole building. That shouldn't be tied to electricity. So
yeah, you'd hear Savannah, like, immediate irritation, but yeah, I'm working on it.
okay, all right, relax.
All right.
You got it. Just smash some stairs up. Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Do you need some help?
Nope, just having troubles with the morphing tech.
Have you tried thinking about becoming weird?
No, I'll do that next.
Okay, glad I could help. Sorry. Zach's kind of a dumbass.
We are gonna go into initiative.
Oh.
No, I don't think we need to do that.
Yeah, no, denied, vetoed.
Yeah, fuck that.
We don't
What
want
are we
to.
playing D&D?
What is this? Is this dungeons? Is this a dungeon?
Is this a dungeon?
What is an observatory but a dungeon person?
Sky dungeon. Oh, persevering. So not a sky dungeon, I guess,
No.
for the stars that have committed the crimes and must be captured.
It must be. We're searching for them. That's what we're doing, so that we can bring them to justice.
Hey, while we're rolling initiative, Jenna, do you want to say hi to everybody? I don't want them to think.
Hi, Jenna.
Hey, I'm having so much fun just being an observer. Observing the observatory mission. Oh, bum, bum, bum.
You're gonna be our star judge when we finally capture one of these fuckers.
Fuck yeah. I can't wait. I'll judge all the stars.
Fuck, we finally got a good initiative.
Nice.
Which is perfect, because I don't know what to do next. I'm waiting for instructions.
You get to go first, and you don't know. You can always hold an
I'm
action.
just going to poop on the floor. That's what I'm doing. My round.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what this whole game is, Alex.
What?
Pooping on the
Imagine.
floor? Oh,
Imagining.
okay.
I'm supposed to
God.
be imagining?
This whole time?
I thought we
She's
were laying out
really an elephant
instructions.
person walking through a hallway and down some stairs.
I've spent the last 2 weeks with my hands encased in socks just to be a terrible elephant person that has no fingers. What have you been doing? That's why I couldn't type to you these last 2 weeks. That's why I've ignored every message you've sent me.
Did you not watch her crush her own phone in character?
Just now? Yeah, didn't you see that? I muted so you wouldn't have to hear it, but I did crush my own phone.
It's a nice 2-frame animation of like holding the phone, crushed phone.
Just dust.
And you two can go. Let's see.
You two who?
You two.
The band. He's putting you
Ano?
two in the initiative order.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh my god.
Oh no, they're all going to go here. Boom. Boom. All right, you guys ready to? Let's
No.
do it. Zac up.
I'm so glad I could be so very helpful for you guys. Bye.
Sorry,
You-
Jenna. We love
You
you.
bolstered me in this my moment of need as last in
Yeah.
the turn order.
I feel better now. I'm gonna see if I can give inspiration to Savannah
How do you do that?
by explaining to her that she should concentrate on the animal that she wants to become.
Is there a way to flavor that inspiration with just the pure fucking rage of you saying that
Honestly?
inspires her?
It says it's supposed to be inspirational, but like we're best friends,
Yeah.
and this is probably our dynamic. Can I
agree.
inspire Savannah by enraging her?
Yep.
Yeah, that's how friends work. All right, you have a D something. D
these nuts.
I think it's yeah. Get a D10
Deaton.
on your next try.
Thank you.
All right, so that thing that I said right before we went into initiative, that's just my turn.
There is,
But I am walking back towards the fire alarm pole because I was going to go up the stairs and now I'm going to go for the thing.
Right.
If I have more time to talk, I'm just going to be like, "Oh, hey Max, like, it's going to be okay, man," and just kind of give him that.
Yeah, you can definitely say that because you do hear somebody coming towards the door where you are.
But it's locked.
But yeah, it's locked.
It's locked, and I'm a big scary monkey. So,
and I will say the door is right here. Like you all are standing.
it's dark.
It's dark.
She's gonna look in and see this fucking skunk ape and just not know what to do.
All right. Next up is somebody that you all don't even know what's happening with.
So every time we play this game.
Yeah. Which way to go? Let's go up. No. Let's go down. Savannah, roll me a perception check real quick.
Yeah, all right. All right, I guess. Jesus. As an elephant or as me?
As an elephant. Well, it's a wisdom one, so you can go either way.
Oh, can I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You just get the bonuses of the elephant.
Bonuses of the elephant.
You see, like, notice another light behind you, and you think it's probably coming from back the way in which you came. But you notice that, and you probably have enough time to do something on your turn before it. Zac.
Yeah.
You, after another few seconds, there's a thud on the door that's in front of you, and then a knocking, and you hear like the handle jiggling. I'm gonna give her a perception check to like look in with disadvantage.
How did she get there? I locked so many doors.
It's in the same stairwell. She just got to the one at the bottom of Zac's.
No, bro.
She has disadvantage. With a 12, she sees the figures like in front of the door, and she can't really make it out, but she's knocking. She's, "Help me, please! Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! There's some kind of something."
Yeah, I don't say anything.
Oh,
Just
Savannah,
put a big hairy middle finger in front of the window. No, I don't. I'm kidding. That doesn't happen.
Max will say, "What should we do?" And he'll like kind of lean away from the door.
Just try not to be in her direct line of sight and ignore her. It's locked, so most of the time humans can't get through a locked door.
Makes sense. If it wasn't me, I would just cut the lock, but you humans...
No, but we don't have cool tail blades.
Savannah, with that same perception check, you hear the door below the steps that you're on. You hear it open up and see a light come from the bottom. And you hear voices saying, "Babe, whatever that thing, those noises were, must have been what shut the power off." And you hear another more serious, gruff voice say, "You two shut up. We're going to figure it out." And with the rest of the movement, you can see a figure at the bottom of the steps starting to come up with a flashlight. And it's Max will basically hang out in there with Zac. Wait, and actually he'll start to go back up. I will get the Z space transponder and let me know if there's anything else that you need from me. And that's to Savannah as well. But he does start to make his way back up. Savannah.
So, especially because she just heard it was the same guys, all she's trying to do is travel to the stairs of that, like, since it's on a curved thing, right? She's not directly above them. She knows they're coming up to the right. Get there, kick that morph on as fast as possible, and she's trying to recreate exactly those creepy-ass sounds, the really intimidating ones she made upstairs while she's kicking this morph into high gear.
Okay. Roll me another concentration check.
Okay. And this one I also roll.
You can choose to do it after.
Well, fine, okay. Then I won't say it now, but I'm gonna choose to do it now.
So
13. Come on, be nice.
You concentrate, and it's hard in the midst of you basically kind of getting sandwiched by flashlights. Like it's gonna happen soon, but you do feel the changes beginning again. Now, if you want to speed them up, roll me a wisdom check.
Okay. Savannah or elephant? Savannah, right?
Yeah, it can be either one.
Wisdom check. Just straight wisdom check?
Mm-hmm.
4.
Is there anything else you want to do? Like...
Oh, hang on one moment. I would like to read and then intimidate. But first I would like to read.
Okay.
I have advantage on that to control my morph, so it's an 8.
An 8. Mm-hmm. As you try to concentrate and speed it up all in this split second, you can't seem to push. It was already hard enough to start it again. You can't push yourself at the moment to speed it up.
Okay.
You can make an intimidation check. Are
Cool.
you moving?
And again, I'm not moving. I'm on these stairs, just morphing bigger. And now I'm going to use my elephant noises to be a spooky ghost.
Hell yeah. Uh, 8.
I guess so.
First up. Second. The other 2 have disadvantage.
Good for them.
So you hear first the light that's below that's coming up. The first guy, he hears the noises and he does stop. Like you see the light stop, and you hear down there as well. See, it's that ghost thing again. We got to get out of here. And then the other one says, "Stop being a pussy. Come on. We got this guy with us now." And you hear, "Shut up," like come from in front of him. And then the noises, the footsteps begin again of in front of you, people walking up the steps. Behind you, you see that light kind of engulf you from behind, and you hear, "Ah! Oh, what is that?" But I will say, and as the footsteps are coming up, you do hear one guy say, "No, fuck that. That's scary as hell." And then his door closes as his feet pitter-patter away.
How are they all feeling about the structural integrity of the building right now as these stairs are crumbling?
As you're like stepping down them, and these stairs are creaking and like cracking as you're going down them, as you're gaining more mass, we'll see how they feel.
Yeah, probably not good soon.
Probably not. Zac.
Saw.
You're up.
Okay. Can I hold an action for when I hear the stairs crumble?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I'm doing.
Behind you, Savannah, behind you, the door opens as the light is just shining on you, and you hear a man's voice behind you. What are you? What is this thing?
And I'm so sorry. Got him.
But he seems to be too stunned to really do anything else but just wonder what the hell you are. But he seems afraid, but not too afraid to run away. If that makes some sense.
I mean, not yet.
Not yet.
Bravely ran away like Sir Robin.
But as the light is behind you, another one shines in front of you. And you do hear what is that? And at that, the other guy runs away and back down the steps. But this guy that you now see in front of you, dressed in a security man's uniform, who has his... Hang on, I'm trying to position him where you can... who has his hand, on a flashlight pointed towards you and up. He says, Andalite. Or... an elf. What? His initial thought was Andalite, but now that he's looking at you, he doesn't understand what's happening. But he does start to reach behind him. And I'll say that that's his turn. Basically, I'm letting them all go right now because they're all in the same initiative order anyway. So.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Zac, you continue to hear beating on the door, and then a big thud, and another thud, and another thud as this person seems to be trying to bust this door down at disadvantage. The door doesn't budge.
All right. It's not my turn. Damn right.
But you're holding an action, right?
I'm holding a specific action, though, which means I have to wait for that thing to happen.
Max gets back up the steps. And who knows what's going on with him. Savannah. You hear these steps starting to creak, and you're continuing your morphing. This man's in front of you. Man's behind you. What do you do?
I'm going to try to do two things at the same time.
Okay.
The first is just, my morph is continuing, so that's happening. I'm going to try, shifting my weight on the steps to collapse them faster. And the guy that said, Andalite or something in front of me, you said he was reaching for something,
yes.
Right? So I think she's just going to try, not with like the full brunt of what an elephant can do with their trunk, but she's literally just like, she's not worried about being identified at this point. Like, great, you think I'm an Andalite? Cool. She's going to push him like back towards like where he came from on the stairs.
Okay. You will have to move a little bit to do that because he's not right within your vicinity.
Is he within 7 feet of me, Austin?
He's not. He's at the bottom of the steps, and you're still like.
Oh, well then if that's further than that, screw it. She's just gonna try to collapse this shit.
I think you could probably do both if you wanted. You would just have to like maybe move up a little bit, like lean forward as part of it.
Sure. And I'll say like that movement's part of me trying to shift down the stairs and find that weak point and like try to like. Okay, cool. So yeah, so she'll shift towards him then, doing that and try to push him.
Give me your strength roll and then an attack roll.
Okay. Strength. And then on attack. I think this probably seems more accurate. I just picked one. I hope that's acceptable.
As your bulk continues to get bigger and bigger, you crash your feet down as you move forward onto these steps, and they do like you feel the floor beneath you start to drop under you. It's still holding you up on these steps, but parts are dropping down and breaking now. The walls are cracking, and you describe to me what happens as you lean forward and your trunk comes. Describe your attack.
Describe your attack for me. The gentlest attack you've ever seen. I mean, genuinely. No, elephants are obviously very capable of feats of strength. And they're also capable of doing something as gentle as like banging on the top of a drum without breaking through it. So I think she's just using her trunk. This guy is reaching, and literally with the arm that he reaches with, she is just going to lay her trunk on it and then just push him. And she doesn't send him like flying down the steps to his death.
Mm-hmm.
She literally just pushes him like kind of over around that little area where it's an alcove. Like if you had seen it, you wouldn't be sure if she was trying to throw him out of the way or maneuver him away from being a victim of these stairs being destroyed.
Okay, so do you want him to take any damage? It can be non-lethal.
Not at this time. I mean, I don't think so, other than like very being pushed, damaged, like.
Yeah. Well, as you're getting bigger and bigger, and you slowly push him against the wall with your trunk. You're starting to push the walls yourself apart. Like they're starting to crack just from you getting bigger now.
And I can also thought speak, correct?
Yeah.
You okay there, Austin?
Yeah.
What you reading the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, as this is going on, she's going to reach out to Zac and Aximili and just say, they've found me in the stairwell. One of them yelled out Andalite, so definitely a controller. I'm moving them, but I think I'm about to bring these stairs down.
Do we need to take care of that guy?
I don't think so. If he thinks we're Andalites, that's fine by me.
Okay. Well, if the jig is up, are the stairs collapsing now? Like, have they made a big noise?
You hear destruction. You hear like walls breaking and stuff. But for mechanics purposes, you can trigger your shit right now if you want. The steps haven't collapsed yet.
If it sounds like they have, that's what I would do.
All right. Yeah. So
and I'm just gonna say, all right, make it rain, and then do it. I do that in thought speak. And then it's my turn.
Yeah. So you pull the fire alarm and start.
And then I put my face in the window and make a horrible orangutan noise, like the scariest one I can make.
Make me a intimidation check.
With advantage, or
poor girl, yeah.
Oh, it's not that scary. Turns out, only a 15 or a 17. I don't remember if you said I had advantage.
You did.
Okay, so 17.
Yeah. So yeah, she and you see her fall back down the steps.
Oh,
and she's gonna.
Goodbye, Michelle. Your romance was short-lived, and you were loved. You'll be missed.
Ooh, shit! It's max damage.
She'll be fine.
My potential new mom, no!
Our potential new enemy, yay!
Give me a perception check with disadvantage, Zach.
Sure.
It's dark for you too.
It is. That's true. Cool.
Oh shit! That's
a fucking 4.
She disappears into the darkness.
Yeah, I despawned her. Shit. Scared her so hard she fucking disintegrated.
Anything else on your turn, Zach?
I'm leaving.
There you go.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
So you're going back up the steps, full movement?
Yeah, I'm out.
You get up there.
Well, actually, no. Right before that, I'm gonna go. Are you good? Do you need help? To Savannah.
Just get out of here. I'm taking the stairs down. I might need you to watch out for me when I hopefully make it out of here.
All right. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out. And then, yeah, I head up the steps.
Zach, when you get to enter into the room, the top floor, you see stumbling around is Max. Like he can't see in here. It's dark, so he's like at a disadvantage too. But he does have something in his hand. You can just make out through like the moonlight shining through that little window you all came in that the terminal that he was working at is completely shredded to shit. He couldn't see, so he just cut shit up to get the transponder out.
Oh wow, tight work, man.
I had to do it as quickly as possible.
That's good. You're covering our tracks.
Should I begin to morph?
Yeah, I think the plan is to get the fuck out of here. So, third time.
And you see the changes start.
Yeah. If I'm allowed to, I'll start demorphing too.
It is an action since we're in initiative.
I've been doing all kinds of shit, so I'm good.
The guy behind you, Savannah, he says, "What the hell is this thing?" And he just tries to push you forward, like on these steps, because he sees that you've pushed this kind of security guard out of the way. I'll help you, Jerry. He's gonna roll a strength check, and you get to too. You get to do yours with advantage.
Oh, cool.
This plus 2. Hell no.
Hell yeah.
As you are, as you're you slam down, push this guy out of the way, and you're getting bigger, and the walls are starting to crumble underneath you, the floor too. You're just a little bit off balance, but you feel a weight hit you in the back that just pushes you just enough to make you lean against the wall, and then it cracks and falls through as your whole body and this whole stairwell collapses down. This guy that pushed you is going to get a dex save to maybe not fall as well. This plus 1.
Anything I can do to help him with that?
I don't think so. He teeters as everything starts to crumble past him, and he's like this on the top of the steps, like just has his arms spread wide in circles trying to keep his balance. But you and this security guard crash down to the ground. You can try to do something in the air to protect the security guard if you want. Tell me what you want to do and how you want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, this is almost cartoonish, I think. But as they're falling, I think she'll just reach. Like, she has her trunk already on this guy. Mm-hmm. Just gonna grab him, flip him up over her head, like onto the stairwell where the guy is losing his balance, like windmilling up there. She's just gonna try to place him back up there.
All right, give me a strength save.
As Savannah?
As the elephant.
That's okay. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna help me sort this out. Don't matter. Crit 1s all the way around, baby.
So 1 in 4,000 chance.
Hang on 1 minute, though.
Okay.
Really, yeah, 1 in 4,000 chance. Okay. I don't know if this would help or anything in any way, but I do have an inspiration. Would that help me in this scenario at all, or have I already fucked it so hard?
You would just be rolling with advantage, and they're both a crit.
And yeah, that's what I thought.
So
okay.
I wouldn't waste it.
I was just gonna see if you would let me do better.
Yeah. Do you?
All right.
You do have something else that lets you re-roll, but I don't know the specifics of it. So if you want to look at that.
I'll look at it. I don't think it applies to this situation, but I will look at it.
Yeah, it might not.
It's only ability checkers. I can add my wisdom modifier to the roll.
Is that a 3? It probably won't be enough.
Yeah, I just don't think there is. And then I can only reroll. Well, wisdom. Yeah, just wisdom ability check. So.
Okay.
Nope.
So as you're falling and you feel the wall and everything start to collapse, and you have your trunk on this guy, you grip his his blue collared shirt as you try to throw him back up towards the steps towards the other man. And you do launch him up, but with everything collapsing, as the wall is giving way, as you threw him up, a wall just falls in front of him. He hits it in midair and drops down on top of you as everything crumbles. So with that, you're just going to take some damage, and it's going to be... So your fall damage will give you 2d6. So you take 8. You're using elephant hit points. And then...
Oh, yes, I am.
And then as the wall and all the other debris falls on top of you and this man, you'll take...
How many debris are you rolling?
Debris?
I just wanted to ask that question. You don't have to answer. I don't actually need to know.
You take 16 more bludgeoning damage, and at the moment you are restrained. There's blood. You feel the blood. Not only blood coming from like your head where some of this stuff has hit you and you're bleeding, but you also feel a small squirm. Or hang on. No, you just feel blood, like puddles of it starting to run down your back as well.
Hey, I don't like that.
Me neither.
Why would you do that?
I wouldn't.
You would.
That's their turns.
Happy to be of service.
It's. I think it's. I don't know if I have to say it. This guy is not reaching for anything anymore.
Good for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take him out of the initiative.
I'm glad that he's being reformed to our side now. And is totally still alive, just unconscious a little bit.
Unconscious with no head or crushed spine. Max is morphing, and that's all he's gonna do. Savannah's up.
I want out.
You have to roll another strength check.
Okay.
We're gonna say the DC is 15.
Tell me about your comic books at a time like this.
Tell me how you get out.
Savannah's, all the things collapse down on her. Maybe this guy, she doesn't know. And she's just going to, as soon as her feet can get traction, like she's collapsed the stairwell, but she can feel like whatever base underneath her, she's just going to start moving forward and like pulling out of this debris field.
Give me a perception check as you do that.
Wish you would not. Jeez Louise. Could add my modifier to this roll.
Do you want to?
Sure, it's 16.
All right. As you kind of look around, there are open areas now that you can see. We'll say, actually, you could probably see all of this. There's a man in this room kind of on his ass, like leaned back away from all this debris as you've knocked holes in the walls down here. You hear creaks and moans and groans as this stairwell is not intact anymore. And people are, like, smoke is starting to clear and people are panicking. As you're pulling yourself away, are you trying to go... You've knocked it down to where you can see that there's a way you can go more in the building and a way you can get to the outside of the building.
Outside. All
right, so as you're scooting towards the outside, a chunk of concrete rolls off of your back, and as it does, a body drops beside you as well, lifeless. But you look up and you see cracks in the floor above the floor that you were on, and like there is things of like the structure and integrity of this whole thing is starting to wane, and more concrete is starting to drop from the top.
Well, this has gone poorly.
Or really well, depending on how you look at it.
I think poorly from my perspective.
Zac, you feel the shake as all this happens, and you feel the observatory swing back and forth.
Damn. Okay. Just demorphing.
All right. Anything else? You trying to go quicker?
Yeah, if I
Question.
can.
I just have a question of what's going on. Didn't Zac pull the fire alarm?
Oh yeah. This whole time the sprinklers are going off and the alarm is going off as well. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a wisdom?
Yeah, to speed it up.
Nat 20, baby. Nope, 17.
You do feel the changes start to go quicker as like your fur is absorbing back into your body quicker than it was.
Okay.
You
The
can
orangutans have long fur, and I always imagine that it just gets sucked in like spaghetti, which is gross.
you can so whatever your morph time is, we're not going to extend it right now because you're exhausted or anything, and you're demorphing. But you can take a round off, so 6 seconds off.
Okay.
He cartwheels so good.
It's beautiful. You guys don't know what that guy's doing. Let's see. Yeah, she. What the hell would she do right here? Let's see.
Leave, preferably.
How? How could she leave? She. Nobody sees her. Nobody sees this girl. Savannah, you do hear coughs and steps as you're moving out. You see two men running towards the front door, evacuating. So these two leave. And Savannah, you've moved to about right here. We are, actually, no, we're not. Savannah, you also see, out of that same door, a familiar woman crawl out and, like, start to push herself up. Joan Reese and another girl, a blonde-headed girl that's beside her that kind of gets behind her and tries to help her up. And another security guard all come out of this side, out of this door over here. Joan looks around with disadvantage. And you see you're still like engulfed in smoke and dust and stuff, but she goes this way. She goes south towards the exit, and the other two follow her as well. And now we'll go out of initiative. Savannah, as you're on the ground, what do you do? And you're pulling yourself out. You feel the night air as you pull yourself a little bit more.
I am looking for a place with the most amount of cover that could possibly exist in a place where I can go.
So there are like, these little maintenance buildings or power stations that control like the outside lights and stuff like that around here, like employee buildings that you could probably get to and get behind. There's also, this is set in a mountainside. So if you go further away from, the sides, you could start to get into some rock faces and try to find some stuff like that. It'll take you a little bit longer to get there.
But I feel like rock faces would probably end up being more secure at the end of the day and less well lit.
Definitely less well lit.
Yeah, so probably more secure. I will take that little bit of extra time to go out of there. And as I'm going, I'll just shoot back to Zac and Aximili. I'm out of the building. I'm looking for a place to demorph.
Anything, Zac, you want to say back?
Well, if we're out of initiative order, am I still morphed?
You are
Am I still...
you're morphing still, but we are out of initiative. Like, so you guys can communicate and stuff, but you're still morphing.
Okay, so I'll just shoot back. I'm demorphing. Max is going bird. We'll be out in a minute.
So, Zac, as you're morphing, a couple of more seconds go by, and you hear the knock again. It's fainter and slower at the door. Help! It is faint because you're up another floor, but you hear like the knock from before.
I don't know how I could possibly help. Okay. I'm gonna stop my morph, mid-morph, to my demorph.
Okay.
Van, judgment check. Is that lady in the stairs a controller?
Not as far as I know.
I mean, that's the one that saw you, right?
Yes, she was one of the ones that saw me, but she didn't say Andalite or anything like that, like the security guard did.
Okay.
Holy shit! What the hell did you guys do?
Is that Kamren?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hang on a minute. And then to Savannah, I'm going to go, permission to do something kind of dumb but heroic.
Yeah, permission granted. Do you need help?
Yeah, I got it. I start morphing back to orangutan.
All right. I'll say you can use your action and finish that because you were only, a few seconds in anyway. Okay. So you are back to orangutan.
All right. I head back down to the stairs and let her in.
All right. As you're moving down the steps, Kamren's like, all right, it looks like you guys stopped a lot of shit, but listen, Dylan's dad has a girlfriend that works here too, and she's going to give him the stuff so he still gets the promotion. So you got to stop the girl now. Her name's Michelle.
Bro, we have stopped everything.
Yeah.
Buildings.
Looks like you guys did stuff. Well, I guess I'll chill.
Oh,
Cover Van's escape.
Sure, you and Dylan can cover where I'm going.
Oh, I didn't bring her. And I didn't bring her.
Oh.
So what are you doing here then?
I'm warning you guys that the plans keeping Dylan's dad away didn't all the way stop the plan. Because she can get to his stuff, the girlfriend.
Just cover me. I will sort this out.
Yeah, no problem. And he'll look over the area. As you feel like a breeze as he like flies above you, like right over you, and he says, "You got some blood all over you," and climbs back into the sky and looks around.
She will not respond to that.
Zac, you're coming down these steps and you get back into the third floor room and you feel the whole building kind of shift a little bit, and you reach for the door and unlock it, and you see a woman with tan skin, long black hair, glossed over eyes with a blood just running down her face.
Okay.
And she looks like she's about to pass out.
In thought speak, really quick to Aximili. I'm gonna say, I don't know if you're like done morphing. I need you to be like between Andalite and Bird, almost finished when I come back up the stairs.
I am more than halfway now.
Okay, just slow it down then a bit. And then I'm just going to hold a big simian hand out to Michelle.
Who's that?
I know, but
She
Zac
says,
doesn't know.
Range woman we don't know.
This lady.
She says, an orangutan? And then her eyes, like she starts to faint and starts to fall back. But you can grab her.
I grab her, fling her over his shoulder.
Just pissed at you, Nate.
Huh?
Be careful with her.
I said,
Oh, she's
easy,
mad at
calm
me?
down. She's got a head wound.
Too bad. It's better than a whole body wound.
Ask that guy down there.
Isn't that right, Savannah?
Oh, should I roll a medicine check on that?
Roll a sick burn check. Is that what the medicine check's for? For the sick burn? Anyway.
Yeah.
Sick burn is
I'm gonna like
VODs.
listen at the stairwell. Do I think that it's a better idea to go down this broke ass stairwell, or go down the outside of the building?
You have not seen. So the stairwell that you're on is starting to crack and fumble, but you haven't seen the big hole where Savannah was yet. It's on the other side of the building in another stairwell.
Okay. Slippery surfaces, unknown enemies. I'm gonna take my chances on the outside of the building.
Okay. So you going down or up?
I'm going back up,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go out the big hole under the telescope.
So the hole's not that big. It was.
Oh,
You guys can
Is
get
there
in
a-
as birds. I'll say you get back up there. You see
oh, hold on.
Aximili.
Is there a window in this room?
In the one that the third floor, there is windows.
Okay. There's nothing else I can get out of up top, is there? I go back up. Is there another window or something I can get out?
There's no windows up here. Only the opening from where the telescope extends out past the tower. There might
I
be
can't
a way
get
for
out
you to
that.
destroy some shit to get out of there, but it'll take you a little bit more time.
I'm not gonna do all that.
Okay.
Okay, Max. She passed out, so carry on. Get out of here.
You see him nod, and his stalk eyes slurp in, and he gets smaller and bones cracking.
Okay. I'm just gonna go back downstairs, and then I'm gonna take that desk chair and throw it through a window, and then, yeah,
There's a podium there too.
I throw that out too. Fuck it.
Two
Is there any
windows.
other furniture that would fit through a window?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna break the other window with the podium,
All of them.
just for good measure.
It's broke. Yep.
Oh, with the computer, I'm gonna throw that out.
And
No,
you already
I'm not
smashed
gonna-
it.
I'm not doing that. Just White Snake trashing a hotel room. That's what's going on now. Yeah, I get out of there.
As you
I'm
climb,
gonna climb down the building, and I want to carry her down.
as you climb out the window, you hear more groans as you see the opposite side of the tower you're on starts to lean, and this thing just and it seems like it's settled now, but not. It's sketchy still. Go ahead and give me
Those were load-bearing stairs, is what you're saying.
yes, load-bearing
Okay.
pillars beside this.
All right, what am I rolling?
Oh,
An
they're just
athletics check.
pillars? We shouldn't have taken damage then if they were just pillars.
Pillars and floors and ceilings.
Pillars are soft, though.
Pillars are so soft.
Oh yeah, pillars. I forgot about them.
You forgot about pillars. 14.
With a 14, it's you have a climb speed as well. It's not that hard to shimmy from one window, jump to like a little pipe, shimmy down, and you do get to the bottom. Roll me a perception check.
Not good. It's a 10.
These are all disadvantaged. That's why I'm rolling. So
Okay. That's great. So 2 fails so far. 2 that I have beat.
Yeah. So as you
gotta
climb-
roll one more.
Did I, that 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So 2 did fail.
Oh, I don't see the last one. Whatever it is.
The 13's just above your roll. I rolled it before you did.
Oh, I see. Okay.
One more. This guy does not have disadvantage.
Oh no.
I think we do this one. Zach, with your 14, or no, with your 10, was that your perception?
Yeah.
You hear Andalite. As you look around, you see a truck backed into the bay doors of the observatory. A truck backed into like where it could just open up and people could get from the back of the truck into the building, but it seems the doors are locked and they can't. So somebody's just stuck in this. There's things stuck in the back of this truck right now. But you do see a man with his head like standing outside of the truck, leaning against it, smoking a cigarette, looking at you, and that's the one that said Andalite.
Damn, the observatory building is round, right?
It is. Well, there's like some parts that have flat walls, so the door could be in there. But let me show you.
I was just gonna try to shimmy around away from him.
I mean, he's.
Like get away from where he's at.
Let's see.
It is a different shape now.
I'm just gonna use your token that you have right here. This is kind of where you came out at, Zach. On the ground.
Right, where? Can you go again?
Yeah, hang on.
Okay, thank you.
And the guy you saw is over here to the right.
Okay. I don't have enough room. Probably it's fine. I'm just gonna try to get down.
You're on the ground. You're good. You're down.
Okay. I'm gonna take her to a safe spot. A safe looking spot.
All right. This guy is gonna like start like squint as he's looking towards you. Start to move. I'm sorry. He didn't say Andalite. He said orangutan. I'm sorry. He did not say Andalite.
Okay.
He is by the truck that you saw earlier with Joan Reese and Joan Rivers in it. But he said an orangutan, and as he's like looking towards you.
Okay, but we know that the Yeerks were in that truck.
Right. I'm just saying he didn't say
Okay.
Andalite. He saw an orangutan. He said orangutan.
Yeah. I'm just gonna set Michelle down on like you how parking lots have those little medians with the grass in them.
You are right next to the building of the observatory. That's where this
Yeah,
guy
I'm
saw
walking
you.
somewhat away from it so that I can set her down in some soft grass.
All right. As you walk away, this guy continues to like move towards you.
That's fine.
So yeah, if you don't pick up your pace, it's going to take you a little bit to get to the parking lot. Like you're on one side of the building. So as you're walking, he will get closer and he'll say, an orangutan. And he starts to jog forward and you see him reaching too. But yeah. So what are you doing as you're still moving towards the parking lot?
I want to get her into some grass. I don't know. Set her down somewhere.
You're in grass. You said you wanted to go to a parking lot. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
at first, you're right. At first, I thought there was just asphalt up next to the building. So, okay. So I set her down, and then I turn around, and then I start doing like a dumb monkey walk towards the guy with my arms in the air like this.
He does stop, like as you turn around and start moving towards
And then, like I do some playful things and like slap on the ground and stuff, but I'm still getting closer to him.
All right. Let me just give him an insight check. What the hell is an orangutan doing out here? And he's still
very dumb.
You do see him like as like he was reaching for something. He pulls something out of his pocket or off his waistband, and it's a walkie-talkie.
Okay. How far away is he?
We'll say he's about 20 feet from you now.
All right. I just try to get closer. But like I'm like still being playful. Keeping his attention. Hopefully he won't hit that walkie-talkie button.
Well, as you can get right in, you're up to him and he clicks the button. Like as he's he's been backing up a little bit as you got closer. He does click the button and he says, "Hey," and you
Then I'm gonna slap it out of his hand.
can take an attack.
Okay. Fist. Pow. 12.
12. A 12 hits.
Good. I don't really want to damage the guy.
You
I'm
knocked
just
the
knocking the fucking walkie-talkie out of his hand.
Yeah, you knock it out of his hand. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna wait a second and see how he reacts.
He says, "Ah, I think there's an Andalite over here."
Okay. Fucking uppercut.
Go ahead and roll another attack.
15.
15.
15 hit. Roll them damage.
Big orangutan fist. Click in the bottom of this guy's chin. Where's the damage? Where do I roll? Where do I do it? Is it this?
In the chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
He knocked clean out.
Yeah. Clean out. And then I'm gonna. Does he have his cigarettes in his front shirt pocket?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take those out and snap it in half and set it back down.
All right. Anything else for that action?
I'm gonna walk over to the walkie-talkie and take the battery off of it and like throw them to opposite ends of the parking lot.
As you do that, you see another guy come around this corner and like his eyes go wide at you. And he'll take a couple of steps and stop right here at the end of his action. Savannah, real quick, as you're moving away, Cam says, "Hey, I think you're good if you go behind that rock outcropping right over there." Do you have anything you want to do?
Go behind that outcropping over there and start demorphing.
You start demorphing. All right, Zac.
That dude's kind of far away.
Yeah.
Like how far away?
5, 10, 15, 20, 60 feet.
That's too far. Shit.
Zac, I am out of the building now, in the air, and I see you and that other man.
You think you can take him out?
Nope. I am just a small owl.
Owl's got pretty sharp claws, bro.
All right, I'll take his eye out.
He don't need him.
Second later, you see an owl swoop down. Boom. Did that do it? Nope. Boom.
Is that what Max says?
Oh, shit.
He goes, boom, did I do it? Oh, my God.
How'd I get 0? I'm
How
doing
did you get
2.
0?
That's 2.
Is it a -1?
Yeah.
For, damage?
That's 2, though, and he's blinded. Fuck him. As this owl comes down and swoops back into the air, you see a crimson line just form over his eyes.
Now, hold on. With a 25, with a nat 20, it's got to be surgical. Like, he plucks them shits out.
He takes his eye.
He does LASIK surgery. Like,
you see the crimson slash appear down his eye, and then there's just a hole there, and blood starts to squirt out of it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
2 damage. That's what 2 damage looks like.
2 damage directly to the eye.
He starts screaming. Ah! He falls to the ground.
Eyes have 2 HP. That's what we've learned today.
One for each eye.
Jesus Christ. All right. Good job.
You said he did not need it.
Well, yep. That was a figure of speech, but he's out of the fight, at least for right now.
What do you do?
I gotta leave. I gotta get out of here. This is awful.
Take off.
So I'm gonna go around a corner and try to. Hey Max, can you cover me while I demorph?
There are a lot of people around. They are exiting the buildings, not just the tower, all of them. I would get away from the tower.
Okay, so then this is built into a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Can I start climbing the mountain?
Yeah. You run over there, start to climb up the mountain as Max is kind of guiding you along, keeping you away from people.
Okay,
And
that's what I'm gonna do.
you guys have successfully escaped the observatory.
We have
Dylan.
successfully destroyed the observatory, killed 2 men, and blinded another one.
Dylan, after you've made it out of your neighborhood where the street lights have slowed things down the most, you notice that things are beginning to get back in order. The traffic lights in the area have minimal hiccups now, and where they do still have it, there's officers that are trying to direct cars that are the biggest issue, in places that are the biggest issues. Your dad's look of joy has slowly started to fade over the last little while. He does give like glances at his cell phone every so often, and you've noticed it stopped chiming. As you move further northeast into Ocean Grove, you move through the neighborhood that you go through to get to the observatory. And at one of the intersections, 3 cop cars shoot past with their sirens blaring. And your dad says, they're in a hurry. And he continues to make his way to the observatory. And when you pull up, you see a ton more cop cars outside the observatory. You see people standing around fire trucks all around. And your dad notices.
Hey, Austin.
Yeah.
Wait just a second.
Yeah.
Is there's phone ringing.
Whose?
Yours.
It would
was
be
mine.
mine or yours, and it's not
yours.
mine.
It was a FaceTime call from my nephew.
Oh no.
Oh well.
Sabito?
He tried to get back.
He's trying to call back.
He's trying to call back.
In the wreckage of the observatory, one
There we
single
go.
panel lights up.
But it makes that sound. That's the thing. It's
Yes,
that
it
specific ringtone.
Hey, why
There,
did
now
that
it's all in universe. That's just Foley. It's
Why was
perfect.
that not silenced? I don't know.
Well, because someone's unprofessional.
Must have not went through the checklist. So what parts was it ringing during? The whole one?
Like just that part where you're talking about us pulling up to the observatory, I think.
So you pull up to the observatory and you see a bunch more cop cars. You see fire trucks. Something went down here. But your dad, he kind of leans forward as he's approaching. He sees an ambulance, a woman sitting on the back of it with a cover over her and a bandage on her head. And he immediately pulls in and gets out. And he says, Dylan, that's Michelle. I have to go check on her. Are you okay? I'll be back.
As soon as he says that's Michelle, Dylan has already opened her car door.
And yeah, he starts to make his way over there quickly. And she kind of like looks up as he's coming over, and you can tell. Give me an insight check as you look at Michelle.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, you see that she wants to smile, but her face doesn't. But she does stand up and kind of like he goes over and puts his hand on her shoulders and just kind of seeing what's wrong. But she hugs him, and I think that will be a good time for us to stop.
Oh,
Okay.
I refuse.
Well, only because we're getting close to the time, and
No, I refuse to.
all right. If you guys refuse,
Mutiny!
fuck it, we're back.
Oh my god.
Let's see it. What do you
How
do?
did that
Dylan?
work?
It did though. I don't know.
I don't know.
Dylan's just like, hey, she's like, her entire heart is melted. Like her entire heart is just like, Dad, he's so cute. But she's just standing there, and as soon as they stop hugging, she's gonna be like, hi, I'm Dylan. It's very nice to meet you.
She, like, kind of leans away from your dad at that and, like, looks at you and then looks back up to your dad, and you just see her just start to cry. And she says, I didn't want to meet her like this, Mark. I didn't want to meet her like this. And he just holds her close, and you see him kind of have like a sad little smile at you and just kind of look back down at her. And he says, it's okay.
Yeah, Dylan walks up with her hands like out, like she's gonna like pat her arm and stuff, like but with both hands, and is like, no, this is okay. I got a ow too. Look, I did it. It's okay. We're matching.
Yeah.
We're good. This is
Blood
good.
sisters.
It's okay.
She says, blood sisters, and laughs.
You have a head wound, so that's really funny. Yeah.
You're so pretty. Oh.
So are you, and she just hugs her.
Yeah, she hugs you back. She, like, looks around and she says, this is where I work. And your dad also, like, starts giggling at that.
Dylan is just trying so hard not to laugh.
He says, your dad says, Michelle, what happened? Gas explosion is what they're saying, but I saw this. I saw an orangutan. I don't know. I hit my head. I don't really know what I saw. Apparently there was an explosion. Parts of the building collapsed. Jerry died. Mark. Jerry, the security guard. I used to go bowling with him. He stopped a few months ago, but I'll never forget that time he bowled the perfect game. Mark, it was... I know I saw it. They're telling me it must have been the fumes leaking before, but I was going out to get all your information and your data together, and the light started flickering, and I walked out and seen that creature. And it came back and took my phone and broke it. I don't know. Maybe it is just a head wound, but I was sure. And he just kind of like, I believe you. If that's what you say, I believe you. But maybe you should, wait until you see if you have a concussion. She says, I'm going to the hospital after this. The operations managers are still here. And they haven't had a chance to look at any of your data or anything yet, which I don't even know if we can get to it now. But they're taking me to the hospital once I leave here. We were getting ready to leave. He says, well, we can go with you. And he looks over to Dylan, or I can drop you back off or whatever.
Dylan's like, that. I got the car. You can go with her. You should go with her.
I'll do that. Are you taking the ambulance? I don't want to pay the fee to take the ambulance, but I probably should. I can drive your car. You would do that? Yeah, I'll do that. It's simple. It's easy. All right. And he turns back to you, Dylan, and kind of pulls you in and says, thank you for being so understanding. I'll be home as soon as I can.
Dylan like grabs his arm and is like, is it a Honda CRV or a 4Runner? You got to tell me. It's one of those. I know it is.
He looks back to her and then looks back to you and smiles and nods. 4Runner.
Knew it. Knew it.
And you see like a man that's like in a lab coat that you know is Professor Barron. You have this guy from before. Him and your dad were friends. They're coworkers. He walks up to Michelle. And she he pulls her away for a second. And you see a woman, her blazer that she has over like her pantsuit is kind of dusty, like she was in the building. And she talks back and forth with Professor Barron and Michelle, and hands her a card with an address on it, and they nod and break away from the conversation. If you want to give me a perception check to try listening.
Sure do.
With that, you catch parts of the conversation. You don't catch the whole thing, but they're telling her basically they know the name of a good doctor that could check out her head and meet there. When you leave here, this is the address you're going to go to. And as this woman, her back has been kind of to you, but as she turns, I'll say that you do recognize her from the Yeerk River and the other humanimals pointing this out to be Reese's mom.
Dylan's going to walk with Michelle and Dad to the car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as they gather back up and you see them approach this this dark gray forerunner.
Knew it. She's gonna like take Michelle's hand and like look at her nails and like slip the card out of her hand and be like, "Oh my god, your manicure is so pretty."
Give me a sleight of hand and I fucking love it. All right, it's this plus 2.
Disadvantage for head wound?
I won't give her a disadvantage for head wound. It is a 10, but we always said when you roll against the DM, you are rolling, so you meet me. And as you pull it out and like look at her nails, she says, "Oh yeah, I got them done at this nail salon over in this little shopping center in the middle of town. It's yeah, they're good. They have cheap acrylics if you want them. They'll do 3 different colors, all for under 25. Yeah."
It's amazing. Look, when you get better head wound wise, we'll have to go.
Yes. And she starts to cry again.
Dylan gives her like a brief little hug, and then is like, "Dad, take good care of her. Please get there fast, because it's bad. It's great. You're fine."
I'll get her there. It was so nice to meet you, Dylan. Next time.
You too.
Under better circumstances. Bye. And as they get in the car and they start to pull away, and you look down and see this card, and it is like the office to like a private doctor's office. And
palmed and slipped right into the pocket.
Mm-hmm. And we'll pan away from the parking lot of the observatory as Dylan stands there and watches the forerunner with her dad and his new girlfriend with a head injury drive down the road. Yeah, you guys did it.
I can't believe you almost deprived us of that interaction.
All that adorableness.
That was the greatest thing.
All right. It is 1:03. We're going to take a break and come back for Harak the Lest.
Nice.
What time is it?
103.
1:04 now. 10 minutes. 1:14.
1:14, everyone.
1014.
And we'll see you there, or we'll see you somewhere else. Hey, they say be there, be square, because you're not around. Bye.